You're listening to the Dave and Beck Show.
Bek and Dave.
You're making this difficult. I'm Dave.
And I'm Beck.
Beck, this is an important week for you.
It sure is.
If I understand the calendar correct, this is your birthday week.
It is the most wonderful time of the year, so I've heard and read in my diary.
That's great. How old are you turning?
28.
28 times. Is there a multiple in there?
No,
just 28. Sure, we'll just lie to everyone.
28's the new 31. Speaking of 31, do you have like 31 nice things to say about me?
I do not, but what I do have is a birthday gift for you.
Really?
I was out at the store. It was, I think it was called Dollar General.
Oh, okay.
And there was a new CD that came out.
Oh.
Called, I think it's like Backstreet Boys Christmas Spectacular or something like that. I didn't read it. I just saw Backstreet Boys and I thought, Becca likes Backstreet Boys.
Wow.
And they're singing Christmas songs. And I think this is like the first time in music history where an album drops and the same day it's on clearance.
You feel good about that? You know what? You can joke all you want. You can't bring me down in Bektober, baby. Okay. Honestly, the Backstreet Boys, they knew it was my birthday, so they wanted to make me new music.
They did.
As the big fan.
And they sang about Christmas.
Yeah.
Not you.
It's a Christmas album, which Christmas means gift. And so it coming out in Bektober means literally, if you look this up, Becca's gift from the Backstreet Boys. That's what that means.
Okay. I'm not going to look it up, but I know you're not right. So.
But I know you're full of that.
But yes.
Are you going to sing me happy birthday?
I'm not. I think that's like too old. You know, I prefer doing the new approach to wishing someone a happy birthday.
Which is what?
I really just, I just kind of nod.
You nod?
Here you go.
Oh, okay.
Little nod for you.
Oh, so when you're walking down the street, everyone's just thinking you're wishing them happy birthday?
Well, if they know the new way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are there different nods? Like this means hello and this means happy birthday, bro?
Yeah, it's really just one nod.
Oh.
And you just interpret it however you feel like it. So if it's your birthday, you say, oh, he's nodding because it's my birthday.
Oh, you just nodded. And I'm interpreting that as you're about to give me $5 million.
Wow. Well, you still need to learn, but that's okay. You'll get it. You'll figure it out.
Learning a new language. That's nice.
So what do you think of the new album? Have you listened to it yet?
Only 5,000 times.
And?
It's so great. I can't wait for December.
No one sings Jingle Bells better than the Backstreet Boys. I mean,
that's true.
I don't know.
They call them Jingle Bell Boys.
I hate to break it to you, but usually the Christmas album is the last album before they're really
You know that
finished.
from all your experience in recording.
It's always the last one. Like they can't figure out their own songs anymore, so they go to the Christmas album.
They're all just broke, so they're like, you know what we should do?
Yeah.
There's some suckers that'll buy that.
We need some money. Yeah.
Where are the millennials?
Exactly.
That's a hard word to say, apparently.
Yeah, so, I mean...
You know what would be a dream is the Backstreet Boys singing me happy birthday. Could you make that happen?
Well,
Two of them are from Kentucky.
Two of them are from Kentucky?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, you just shouted it out to them, so maybe they'll do it for you.
I hope so.
I'm sure they're listeners because, I mean, we have so many.
Overnight sensations.
Yes.
We are blowing up the charts.
I mean, we have so many listeners.
Hi, Hannah.
It's spinned around, and it started over at around 50.
I wonder, a little bit off topic, I mean, still on the birthday topic, though. Do you know who wrote Happy Birthday, the song? Like,
no.
Neither do I.
No.
That's disappointing.
Why?
I thought maybe you'd know.
No, I don't.
In your infinite wisdom. Most of the time, if I don't know something, I think, I bet Dave would know the answer.
I don't know a lot of the general stuff like that. No.
My birthday is on Monday, and you know what? I don't think I told you what I'm thinking about doing.
No, you haven't.
Getting a tattoo.
You're going to get a tattoo?
I'm thinking about it.
Of what?
Well, I have two different ones in mind that I'd like. I have one tattoo currently, and I got it when I was 24. My golden birthday.
I know. I saw that one. It says I suck.
Yeah, it does say Dave sucks. It does. It's weird, though. How did you see that?
I didn't mean me.
For the next one, though, I was thinking, I have one in mind that I want to get for my niece and nephew.
How old are they? They're a little too young, I think, for a tattoo.
It's going to be like a heart kind of on my arm and then an E because both of their names starts with E. And I love them so much. And then the other one, I want to get a tiny plane on my...
A plane?
Yeah.
Why a plane?
An airplane. Because it's like signifies that you're always like moving forward. You're not like stagnant in life and you're just going for it. And that's something that I like. Not all of us have just like song lyrics tattooed to our ass.
You know that planes also come back. They don't always just go forward.
They don't fly backwards.
Well, that's true.
I mean, they propelling forward.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not saying like.
Yeah, they because they do eventually return to the airports. At some point, so.
Right. But the meaning that I'm trying to take from that isn't like you can't return home. It's like I'm always propelling forward. I'm always have momentum, and just trying to go for something in life.
That sounds like a plan.
Do you have tattoos?
I know. Nope. I have
Would
no
you never
tattoos.
get one? I feel like you could be like you got a tramp stamp of like a butterfly.
If I ever
on
got
your low back.
If I ever got a tattoo, I'd probably get it on my face.
What would it say?
It would just be like a symbol, just all over my face.
Why don't you get a tattoo, like a commemorative one? Is that the word?
For what? What am I?
For Jesse. I mean, for Tom. Wait, who did you love? Tom. For Tom.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
I can see that you care because you got their names wrong.
I'm sorry. I almost called them Tom and Jerry, which I wonder if you name them Tom and Jesse is kind of like a version of that.
I don't think so. But
probably not. Not same.
It's close.
Yeah.
I could see that. It's close. But no. Yeah, I mean, Jesse.
You wouldn't get an R.I.P. Tom?
I mean, maybe I should.
Yeah, I think so, like in a heart.
I'll get it on the bottom of my foot, the one that stepped on him. I feel like that's the most appropriate spot.
I think you're right. I do think you're right.
Every time I step, it's like I'm stepping on him.
That is actually terrible. That sounds
with love. I'm stepping on him with love.
Are you going to listen to the new Backstreet Boy Christmas album now that the holidays are about to come up?
If they play it on the radio.
Mm-hmm. No, it's not if, Dave. It's when.
Yeah. Okay. When they play on the radio, I'm going to call into the radio and tell them to turn that crap off.
Do you have a favorite Christmas song?
I do, but I can't remember the name of it.
Oh, how does it go?
It involves snow and stuff.
Oh, I love that song.
Yeah.
Yeah, snow and stuff.
Yeah.
Are you talking about like Winter Wonderland?
Rudolph by Chuck Berry.
Ew, you are kidding.
No, that's a good one.
Literally the worst Christmas song. No, it's right behind Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer.
No, that one's terrible. But Run Run Rudolph.
Run Rudolph.
Run Rudolph. Santa. Yeah.
Who sings that one?
Chuck Berry.
Yeah, let's keep it that way.
Wow. Wow.
Bazinga! You know that's funny.
I don't think I've ever heard that one before.
I just made it up.
Really? That's amazing.
I know. I'm really hilarious.
That's amazing. You are like
Jerry Seinfeld, some people say.
You are. You're like Jerry Seinfeld of coming up with cheesy sayings.
I thought you were going to say it. Comedic genius.
Comedic genius.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I stuttered a little.
When I edit this, I'm going to make sure it just says comedic genius.
I'm sure you will. So with Christmas coming up, my wife asked me if we could do one of those like sponsor child things. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, we could do that, Yeah. So we got the list the other day.
Oh.
Yeah,
they sent that early. Wow.
I guess they had them already filled out. I don't know. Or this child clearly knew what they wanted. Mm. And I don't know how we're going to be able to afford this. I mean, the kid's asking for like a bike, a motorized scooter, a Humvee. I mean,
is this your son's list?
A PS5, 3 air rifles, and and a Lego set.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I could have got everything, but when the Lego set was thrown in there, I was like, Legos? Who could afford Legos?
So you got him the bike and you got him the moped and
No, I sent him back a letter. I said, get a job. I mean, this is ridiculous. I mean,
how old was this child?
Maybe 5 or 6.
I've actually never done a sponsored child. I should do that.
Yeah, you should. This actually will be our first year doing it. So.
Oh, that's so neat.
Yeah.
Do you give often to charity? Is Dave a big charity guy? I
I
hear that they call you Give Back Dave.
So lately they've been, I'm sure everyone experiences this, but you go up to the checkout and they're like, can you round up?
Oh, yeah.
And
do you care to round up the 52 cents for childhood cancer?
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. People helping kids or whatever the reasoning is.
Right.
And like you're sitting there and you're saying to yourself, like, I've already round up like 6 or 7 times tonight. How do I keep affording these roundups?
I know, but the person checking you out, they don't know that. So you feel like such an a-hole when you're like,
oh, they give you the look. They're waiting for you to
especially when they say out loud what it's for.
Right. Yeah.
And it's some like really sad.
Some of them don't even do the round up. They're just like, yeah, we want a full $1.
Yeah.
I mean, and I want to help, but
my favorite is when people say, not today. Like, you're not going to do it tomorrow either, Cheryl.
Yeah, no, right. I mean, it's really difficult to say no because you know that they're looking at you and they're gonna judge you based on your answer.
Especially when it's like 12 cents.
What? Yeah, exactly.
Would you care to round 12
and
cents?
what's funny is like every time I have an order, I'm always trying to figure out how do I get to 99 cents. One time I ordered food and it came out perfectly to the dollar, like it was 0.00. Yeah. And they said, would you like to round up for charity? And I didn't know what the result would be of that. Like, what happens then? Like, do they take $20 from you? Like, what's the roundup on 0.00?
You should ask.
I know. I was very nervous. I did it. It was $1 though.
Do you normally round up?
I used to say no. And then
your heart grew 3 sizes that day.
And then I started just saying yes because it just seemed like I was being a little ridiculous.
Yeah, like it was the right thing to do. But they were like, sir, it's 3 cents. Yeah,
but it's like between the rounding up and the excessive tipping that's going on lately.
Oh, yeah. The iPad tipping?
Yeah.
Where they stand there and then they turn it around.
Square tipping or whatever it is.
Sure.
Yeah, like you go anywhere now and they turn the thing around. You order your food. And they turn the thing around, and the first question, it's like, would you like to leave a tip?
I mean, but for some of those places, they're like giving you a service.
But they're not. They're not.
Yeah.
Like a service is like going to a restaurant, and like the waiter is there, and he's giving you food, and he's doing, like when you go to like a salad place, and all they do is they just make the salad in front of you, and then they check you out.
But they're doing conversation whenever we go. They're like, how's your day going? And then, you substitute like 4 things. So like, that's extra work.
So you tip these people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like,
and then I stare at you when you don't.
So what you're saying is if I'm in line at a place I'm ordering food.
Yeah.
And they just say to me, hi, how are you? They've earned their tip.
At least,
like that's all it takes.
50 cents.
Like at this moment, I'm having service.
No, I feel like it's a little different than like maybe a fast food joint, I guess. But they're in front of you. You go down the line with them as they're making your salad, and so then give them a little tip when they're done. They cooked it in front of you.
How's it different than fast food? It's the same thing.
It's not the same thing.
You're just
David.
watching them do it. I don't understand. Like they don't check on me later. They don't give me my drink and fill it up, or if something's...
So your criteria is they have to help you out multiple times.
They have to provide a service.
That is a service.
No, they're being paid for that part. That's like me. That's like going to a restaurant and then going in the back and saying, I got to tip the busboy. I got to tip the cook. I got to tip the manager. I got to tip everyone.
That's so excessive.
Or going to McDonald's and hitting the fry guy and the burger flipper guy. Like, do I need to start tipping every single person?
There was one time
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
They're just all providing a service.
I mean, yeah, but it's a little different. I feel like McDonald's is different than the salad joint. There was one time, though, I probably should have tipped the McDonald's guy.
Why?
Don't look at me differently from this story, okay? Do you know Keeneland? It's like that racehorsing thing around here, kind of like the Derby. It happens in Kentucky twice a year, in the spring and in the fall.
Right.
You ever been?
Yes, I've been to Keeneland a lot.
Oh, you have?
Mm-hmm.
Are you lying?
No.
Oh, that's so surprising.
Why?
Because it's out in public.
I'm not a hermit. I go out.
No, I didn't know that. Normally people like dress up and then they go out, and
I don't dress
not normally
up
you're
to
seen.
Keeneland. Look, it's a horse racing. It's
No, it's like people watching. You go out, and I have a foolproof method of picking the horse that wins.
And what is that?
I can't tell you what it is, but I've gone to Keeneland one time. I bet one time, and I won.
What was the foolproof approach?
Okay, fine. I will tell you.
Name? Color?
I picked the prettiest horse.
Color, name, yeah. One of the ones.
Yeah. And it worked.
Wow, that's amazing. And how did you know it was the prettiest horse?
Because I looked at all the horses and I said, ooh, I like that one.
Okay, so it's like the prettiest to you.
Yeah, it's like My Little Pony. And then I put some money on it and then I won some money.
How much did you win?
I think like $12.
Wow.
Yeah, it bought me a cocktail.
How much did you bet?
I don't remember, like $2 or something.
$2. So it's a 6-to-1 horse too.
David, I don't know these terms.
Oh.
I just said,
well, I guess it could
I would like to put $2.
Did you win $12 or did you get back $12?
$12 was given to me.
Okay, so it was a 5-to-1 horse.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was one of them 5-to-1 horses when he was going really fast and then I won.
It wasn't a favorite. You picked a horse that wasn't a favorite, probably. That's pretty good.
Oh, thank you. See, foolproof method. That's what I'm saying.
And you can now say that you've never lost money at a racetrack.
I know.
You've only made money.
I've only ever made money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you're one
I
of the
normally
few
lead
people
with
out there.
that. Yeah. I'm going to write a book. I'm going to follow your suit. Anyway, back to my story. Okay. This is kind of it doesn't shed me in a great light, which, not many stories are like this. Anyway, so I was at Keeneland with some of my girlfriends and you're out there all day and it was during the spring and it was hot here in Lexington. So I was, quenching my thirst. Okay. And then you start right in the morning. Like you're drinking, you're having a great time. You're looking at the pretty ponies and it's an all day event. And so then afterwards we went to dinner downtown. We had a few more cocktails and it ended up being a long night.
So are you drunk?
Maybe. Just a little.
Okay.
So when I woke up the next day, feeling pretty rough.
Was there a McDonald's person next to you?
No.
And you forgot to tip him?
No.
Where's this story going?
Let me tell it.
This is like the longest story to get to the point.
I'm taking the scenic route. Yeah. I'm trying to paint the picture, David.
Maybe we should go back 5 more years.
When I was a child. No, I'm trying to say it was a long day, okay, of drinking. That's what you do at Keeneland, and I'd never been before. I woke up the next day, I looked down at my hand, I had like star stamps on my hand. They were kind of glittery, and I was like, I have no idea where these came from. And I'm feeling rough. So my friend decides to make me some chicken noodle soup. Now I'm looking at this chunky soup. It didn't look good, but I was trying to drink some of the broth. She's like, you need to hydrate. Anyway, a while later, I was like, I have to go home. So I get in the car and my friend said, what you need to do is you need to stop at McDonald's. This is a hangover cure. Get McDonald's Coke. It's the best thing and you'll feel like instantly better when you drink one. So I was like, okay, I'm driving over. In the car, I'm feeling a little iffy because, motion. But I think, I'm okay. I order the Coke. I get up. I'm about to give the guy my card and I knew it was coming. No, I looked in the back. I looked around frantically for something to throw up in. My old boss's new Lululemon bag. You know Lululemon?
Yeah, that's expensive stuff.
Yeah, her bag she left in my car. I grabbed it. I threw up in it right in front of this guy. And then I just sat there for a second looking at my vomit bag. And then I looked back at him and he was speechless and I just drove away.
And you think you should tip him for that?
I feel like he probably quit. That was probably a really scarring moment. He didn't ask to come to work that day and see someone vomit. He's not like in the medical field. He was just trying to serve me a Coke.
But if you tip him for watching you vomit, isn't that getting the wrong message? Like, you're paying him. It's almost like some sort of weird fetish. Like, thank you for watching me.
I mean, thank God he didn't have a weak stomach. You know how some people, they see someone vomit? Can you imagine?
It never ends. That would have been on the news.
So then I just drove away. I mean, I felt worlds better after that.
That's good.
Yeah.
How'd the Lululemon turn out?
She said, hey, did I leave my bag in your car? And I was like, no, I haven't seen it.
Oh, so you still have it?
No, I threw that sucker away.
You threw it away?
What else was I supposed to do with it?
That's they're like hundreds of dollars.
Look, I was like 22. I was a young kid. I didn't know what to do. I freaked out. What would you have done if I threw up in your bag and then I gave it back to you?
Well, I would have hoped you cleaned it when you gave it back to me. I would have said, it's okay. We all get sick, but you could have put it in the wash.
I mean, I often think about that McDonald's guy and feel really bad.
Well, I'm sure he has a hard life now.
He probably does.
That was the moment that cracked him, and
Yeah.
who knows where he is. But if he's out there and he's listening
McDonald's
to this,
vomit guy.
Beck is sorry.
I hope you're doing really well, and I'm just terribly sorry for the inconvenience of me throwing up in front of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I'm getting at, though, ultimately is way too much tipping going on.
Yeah, I do believe tipping culture is a little bit out of hand. I'll give you that one. That is true.
Yeah.
Do you tip when we go to Starbucks? I've never actually seen that.
It's hard to, it depends, because sometimes the thing will let me tip on because I use
meaning
the app.
Oh.
But then sometimes it won't. If it gives me the option to tip, sometimes I'll throw like $1.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. If they
Dave's a generous guy.
If they get my drink right. But,
But how do you know if they're going to get you a drink?
Well, I try it. And you have like 15 minutes to tip. It pops up and it says like, you have so much time to tip. And
I've never used the app.
So I could like drive away and then tip them.
And then you could be like, sure.
Yeah, right. I could. Yeah. And sometimes I do, but it just depends. It really depends.
Oh.
What my mood is, like, am I feeling generous? You know?
Yeah. So not very often.
Right. I mean, it's.
So you only tip if they give you a good drink.
If they get my drink right. Yeah, I'm not going to tip them if they get it wrong. I'm not going to be like, oh, I ordered this and they gave me the wrong thing, so they deserve a few more extra dollars.
Well, what if they were like really overwhelmed that day and they kind of forgot how to make your drink, so then they just, they're having a bad day.
And that could be true.
And then you made it doubly bad by not giving them 50 cents.
I don't think they even know. I don't know when they find out. Probably at the end of the day, they're like, did we get any tips? And like, oh yeah, this one guy gave us $1. But yeah, I mean, sometimes they get your drink wrong, and they're like $5 or $6.
I mean, that's true.
Yeah, have they ever gotten your drink wrong?
I don't want to talk about it.
I mean, I feel like they have occasionally.
It's just so rare.
And what do you do when they get your drink wrong? I'm just curious. Like, do you tell them so they fix it?
I just drink it.
You just drink it.
What am I supposed to do? David, there's literally nothing
drink.
I can do at that point.
It's like most expensive drink.
I'm drinking it. Yeah, they got it wrong, but there's nothing I can do.
You could get a Happy Meal and be happy, but instead you're drinking a drink that's not what you ordered.
What am I supposed to do? I feel like I something comes over me and I wouldn't even know how to approach it.
What about restaurants if they get your food wrong? Do you tell the waiter it's wrong?
No, I don't. No. I just eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a bad theme.
One time this is why I need a spouse who's going to speak up for me, because one time I was at dinner and my friend Bailey, I had ordered fries with my salad and the guy brought out my salad and then there were no fries. So then she was like, hey, when you have a second, could you bring out the fries she ordered? And he was like, absolutely. When he walked away, she was like, you weren't going to ask for them, were you?
Yeah. I mean, really,
no.
like, you got to, if someone messes up, you just tell them.
I'm not trying to critique anybody.
It's not a critique. It
feels like a critique. I feel like I don't know. What am I supposed to do? Hey, there's no good way to say, hey, this is wrong.
Well, there is. It's like, hey, you messed up.
Every time I hear your kids are lucky.
I mean, that's what you do.
No, if I don't even know how. Okay, pretend you give me a drink and it's disgusting. I would not know how to say, hi, I ordered a latte and you gave me a milk. Well,
that's what you do. You say I ordered this, and then they say, oh, okay, and then they make you a new drink, and then they never bother you about it again. They just give you a new drink.
I just feel bad.
And if you order food and they get your food wrong, and you say, hey, we asked for this, then they'll get you what you asked for.
I just feel like they're so busy and they've got a lot going on. They don't have time to redo my stuff.
But you're paying for it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's your money.
Well, next time my drink is wrong, will you just tell them for me when you go with me?
No, I like to see you suffer. And it's really like it's like them tipping me. It's like, they're like, he looks like he's having
say anything?
Yeah, he's having a rough day. Let's mess up her drink and see what happens. And then I give him the thumbs up when I'm leaving. I'm like, thank you.
Look, not all of us can be you, okay? It's just strong and confident. It's just like, hey, guy, you messed up my drink, and I'm Dave.
You don't have to be strong and confident. You just have to say something.
See something, say something. See something, say something.
Right.
I'm just not good at it. It just feels wrong?
The HVAC guy comes over and he's working on it, and he's like, oh, I can't figure it out. I can't fix this. Or he's like, yeah, I fixed it. And he leaves.
Yeah.
Or he's about to leave. And you notice before he leaves that he didn't fix it.
Oh.
Or, would you just let him leave?
Well, no, I'd have a follow-up question for that. I would just be like, hey, can you show me it working?
Okay. So what if he's like, yeah, okay. And I'll bring up let's say you have a vent in your bedroom and the vent's making a whistling noise.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you demonstrate what the whistling noise would be?
I like a whistling noise, like a whistling noise.
I know, but like, is it really irritating? Because I can live with quite a bit.
But it's enough that you can hear it to where it would be really irritating, and it's constant.
Can I hear it over my fan that I sleep on at night?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you can hear it over your fan. It's not like deafening loud. It's just.
Does it sound like a whistling, like somebody whistling, like whistle while you work kind of whistle?
Like someone who
don't like that.
It's like someone who doesn't know how to whistle but's trying. Okay.
Just like a really breathy.
Like that kind of noise.
Oh, that doesn't really bother me.
Constantly though. Like constantly that noise.
Yeah, I would just be like, and I would just like lay down some sick beats, and then it'd be
for
like
the rest of your life. Yeah. Because it's not going away. Okay, so let's just,
fine. Yes, if there was a noise that was bothering me,
and then you heard it. Okay.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, I got it all done. I'm gonna head out.
Yeah.
And you go upstairs, and he's still getting his stuff together, and you go in the bedroom and you hear that noise. Okay, so he's done something else, and that noise is now there. Okay, so he maybe he fixed whatever he was there for, but he caused that noise.
I would here's why I would talk to him, because we have a relationship at this point. He's been at my house for a little while. We've chatted, also we've had lunch together. We broke bread.
You had lunch together?
Yeah.
What do you mean by you had lunch together?
What do you mean by, do you not?
What?
It's like when I had my internet set up, the guy came over. It was around lunchtime. I was making a sandwich. I was talking to him. I think his name was Brian. And I was like, oh, have you had lunch today, Brian? And he was like, oh, no, I haven't eaten yet. And then I thought you should offer food when someone comes. I said,
you made the man a sandwich.
You're looking at me like I'm crazy. Yes, I made him a turkey sandwich.
Oh my God. Did he eat it?
Yeah.
He ate, he like sat down and ate?
Yeah. And
while on the job?
Yes.
He's like, yeah, I guess I could stop and
when
eat.
People come over to your house, David, you offer them refreshments.
Did he? Yes. Well, okay. So that's a drink. So like
but it was lunchtime and he was hungry. I said, are you, I couldn't eat in front of him. If it was lunchtime and a service person was at your house, would you eat your lunch in front of them?
Yeah, I did like recently.
What? Did you offer him a bite at least?
I had the HVAC guy over.
Yeah.
And that's how I came up with my thing. And actually this was a different HVAC guy, but I had an HVAC guy over.
Yeah.
And he was out for a couple hours, so I offered him a water. But that's where it ends.
Just a water?
I'm not like, hey.
And you just like ate your pasta puttanesca in front of him and you're like,
Hey, my wife's making some pasta later tonight. You want to hang out a little longer and have some pasta with us?
No, I'm not offering him dinner, but You kind
of are. You offered him lunch.
It was lunchtime.
You offered him lunch.
I'm like, Brian, do you want a sandwich? I thought that's what most people did.
Can I ask?
He did look at me a little bit like, oh, and then he was like, yeah, I guess. And then we broke bread together.
You broke bread. That's such a weird term. Let me ask you this. When he was eating the sandwich, did he say, this is a good sandwich?
I don't remember.
Oh, you would remember. Did he say it? Come on.
You're asking if he complimented my sandwich making skills?
Yes.
He did. He said,
I knew it.
Wow, this is the best sandwich I've ever had.
Because he probably felt so awkward. He didn't know what to say in that situation because you were the first person to ever offer him a sandwich. So he's like, what do I do?
Everyone does.
Do I just eat the sandwich and not say anything?
Are you telling me that if I came over to your house, you wouldn't be like, hey, Becca, are you hungry?
Did you have a conversation with this man or did you just eat there silently next to him?
No, we talked. I'm a talker.
What'd you talk about?
It was like a year and a half ago now, so it's hard to remember. I think the weather, I just moved into that place, it was just like, we're just shooting the breeze.
You're just like, man, this weather.
Yeah,
I know.
I asked him, he's a mustard man, mayo and mustard.
Oh.
We talked about that.
Well, that says a lot.
Yeah.
He's a mustard man.
He didn't like tomatoes.
He didn't? Oh, you offered him tomatoes and he said, no, thank you.
Well, I offered to put it on the sandwich.
So turkey sandwich, tomato? Yes, no? And he's like, no tomato.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, well, I'm going to put some mayo in here. He's like, whoa. I'm a mustard man.
Were you there? This is so weird. It's like, is this a deja vu moment for you?
What's really weird is the fact that you had a conversation with him too. Like, how awkward is that for him?
No, you know what I find awkward? Like a stranger being in your home and there being silence.
Well, they're working.
No, it feels weird.
You know,
especially if you're kind of like hovering. Like,
what was he there for again?
He was doing my internet.
He was doing the internet hookup.
Yeah.
Okay, so is this when you first moved in?
Mm-hmm.
So you probably don't pay him by the hour. So you probably got lucky there. Can you imagine if he was?
Do you pay people by the hour for that?
If
stuff?
you hire like a plumber or like an HVAC guy?
No, but if they took a break to eat, they wouldn't charge you for that time.
Oh, they would. They would totally.
Wouldn't.
They would be like, and that would be on your bill.
Sandwich eating time, $50.
Yeah, that would be on there. It would say like fixed HVAC unit. Did all these things to the HVAC unit.
I thought this was customary.
And then there'll be like a $50 charge, ate lunch, and accommodated, or what do they call it when you're when you're, help me out here.
When you're what?
The word for
for talking.
Like when you're like companionship. Yeah, $50 companionship
Stop!
charge.
I didn't offer him companionship.
That's what it was.
I offered him a sandwich.
You're like, we're friends now.
Those are so different.
And then
I wasn't like, here's a sandwich, and also, will you take my hand in marriage?
No, not that. Not that kind.
But why do you say companionship?
Just because he's in the room and you all are chatting it up.
So right now, are we having companionship?
Yeah, right?
I'm uncomfortable. I can't believe that you wouldn't offer refreshments to your delivery guy or your service person.
I would offer.
Okay,
water.
well, let's say, no. What is this, a prison? Did you also offer them some stale bread?
No.
You don't work, servant.
You don't offer them food. It's like an animal at the zoo.
I literally didn't know what to do. I'd never done this before. It was a brand new experience for me. So I was just like, oh, it's lunchtime. Are you hungry?
No, I just...
like if it was morning time, I feel like I'd be like, hey, you want me to pop in a K-cup? You want some Keurig coffee?
I mean, a coffee would be okay, I think.
Okay, so you're just saying no
Drinks.
Solids.
Just
liquids.
Yeah.
Would you offer a soda pop?
Yeah, I'd offer a soda.
Oh, you say soda, you don't say pop?
No, just soda. That's the right way to say it.
Says who?
So get with
Would
the
you
times.
say soda pop ever?
No, just soda.
Do you ever say sody pop?
I feel like you're not getting what I'm saying. I said just soda.
Okay. So you would never offer your guy any kind of...
I would not offer...
What about like a bowl of nuts? If you had a...
No.
If you had a bowl of nuts...
I don't know how he would take that.
Hey, guy, you want some of my nuts?
I don't think that would go over well. I don't.
No, but if you just had a bowl of nuts on your counter and you thought he looked hungry...
I don't keep a bowl of nuts on my counter.
What do you keep a bowl of on your counter?
Nothing.
Do you have like a fruit bowl?
Sometimes.
Okay, so you do have bowls on your counter. Would you ever offer him an apple or a banana?
No, I wouldn't. And that's weirder than the sandwich. It's like,
hey, guy.
Hey, you look hungry. You need a banana? Let me get you a banana. Hey,
I've got a great banana.
Hey, I got some string cheese in the fridge. Would you like some string cheese? Like, seriously, who offers?
Why do you have creepy food in your house? No,
it's not creepy food.
Don't offer those things.
I'm just
just
saying.
like a nice sandwich or maybe a nice charcuterie board.
Oh my Lord, that's like over the top.
Have you ever made a charcuterie board?
No.
I feel like you could have a hidden secret talent and be good at that.
I wish I did.
I feel like you could.
Maybe I could.
I mean,
Maybe
you've never tried.
I could look into it.
For my birthday, will you make me a charcuterie board?
It's
on Monday, and you'll see me.
I already bought you a gift. Isn't that enough?
What is it?
The Backstreet Boys CD. I mean, technically you bought it, but I gave it to
on
you.
iTunes the day it came out. And honestly, I should have set up a video. I was listening in the car. It was really early in the morning. I was coming back from my sister's house, and every song I was just like, oh, "Hell yeah, sing it, Nick!" Like,
you're like, I know this song. Jingle bells,
like,
jingle bells.
This is my favorite song.
Yeah.
First of all, can you sing that again?
I don't know any of the Christmas songs.
It didn't even sound like the real Jingle Bells.
I was going to do Jingle Bell Rock. I feel like I was really on tune.
Pretty spot on for that. Jingle bells, jingle bells. That was good.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much.
Hey, would you ever go caroling, you think?
I would never go
How
caroling.
much money would it take for you to go caroling?
I would, for $1,000.
$1,000? Really? I thought it was going to be higher than that.
That's a good payday.
Here's the thing. I love Christmas. I love singing, but I find caroling door to door creepy AF. I hate it. I mean, I've never opened my door and had carolers there, but the idea of it, it's uncomfortable. It's kind of like when you're sitting in a restaurant and they come over and sing you happy birthday. And it's like, they don't want to be singing. You can tell they don't want to be singing. And you're just sitting there. And like, if you stare at them and smiling, it's creepy. If you don't look at them at all, it's disrespectful. I never know what to do with my eyes or my face.
Yeah, I could totally see that. Usually if someone comes over and they start singing happy birthday, you just kind of smile and you sit there.
Yeah, but do you like stare at them? Like if I was singing
I don't
happy
look
birthday
at 'em.
right
I don't
now.
make
Okay,
eye
sing me
contact.
happy birthday right now and let's
No,
see
I'm
what
not
I
singing
do.
you happy birthday.
Come on.
You just want me to sing you happy
do.
birthday.
Have you ever heard the Applebee's one where it's like happy birthday from Applebee's to you. We wish it was our birthday so we could party too.
How do
Hey,
you
happy
have
birthday.
that memorized?
Because every birthday growing up, well, not
You
everyone.
went to Applebee's?
Well, my siblings and I, when we got older and we could start driving, after 9 p.m., appetizers were half price. So whoever's birthday it was, we always took them as siblings and we went out for half price apps.
There you go.
Yeah.
Can't beat the half priced apps.
You can't. It's a deal.
Yeah. Did you invite the service guy?
The one who did my cable?
Yeah.
I did.
And he came along, didn't he?
Yeah, he's half price app Brian. Love that guy.
Why do you call him half price app Brian? He's not the one who's giving you the apps. He's your service guy.
No.
Should be service guy Brian.
His name is just Brian. But yeah, I would sure come on over, Brian, and have some half price apps. We hit it off.
Yeah.
It was nice.
It's awesome. And
Here's the thing. In my world, I'm always looking for a new friend.
I see that.
My sister Deb gets
Everyone's a
annoyed at me
friend.
because she's always like, can you stop talking? Can you can we just go in Target one time and you don't meet anybody?
Yeah, you're just one of those extroverted, I like to meet people kind of people.
I do until I don't. Then all of a sudden I want my alone time and I want to be alone for like a couple hours and then I want to do it again.
Gotcha.
Be out in the public. Like she also hates if I hear someone sneeze, I always say bless you. Doesn't matter if we're in the same aisle or not. I'll just like yell it.
Oh, now that's weird.
What do you
If you're in
mean?
the same aisle, I'll say bless you.
What if I'm one aisle over, Dave?
But I'll tell you, if they don't say thank you, I'm pissed. I mean,
Are you the kind of person that when you're driving and you wave someone through and then they don't put up the hand of like acknowledgement? Are you mad at them? Do you like ram them with your car?
It depends on the level of letting them through. Like if we're like in bumper to bumper traffic and I've been sitting there for like 20 minutes and then this car comes off the side road and he needs to get in front of me or I could just drive and not let him in, but I wave him in. If they don't give me the wave, yeah, that friendship is over. And it's not pretty. It's not pretty.
Do you like flip them off or give them a thumbs down?
No, I don't flip anyone off.
I don't either. But you know what I do is I literally give people a thumbs down. I feel like it's more.
Yeah, that
it signals, how upset you are in a better way. I feel like if someone
Thumbs
flipped me
down.
off, I wouldn't be that angry. If someone gave me a thumbs down, I would take that personally. I would think about that night like, dang, I really messed up. Don't start giving me thumbs down.
I don't think anyone would share that view. I think most people wouldn't want the middle finger.
No, there's something. Okay, look at me giving you the finger. How do you feel? Take it in.
I feel like that's really
Now
rude.
feel this.
Yeah.
Your heart's breaking right now from that thumbs down. I can see it in your eyes.
No, I mean it. Like, I wouldn't do the thumbs down. No, but I mean, yeah.
Do you do anything?
Or
Or you just like look at them like, ugh.
I just vent inside my car. Like, God, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just vent, let it out. But, when you bless someone, that's a big deal. There's no free blessings.
Right. You need to be thanked for that.
You need to thank, I saved your life.
Right.
That's the whole point of saying bless you. Someone sneezed, they almost died.
Sure.
I said, bless you, brought them back.
And they didn't thank you for that.
And no, thank you.
Do you think Mother Teresa also had that view?
Definitely.
No, I think that you could just do nice things without expecting things back.
Imagine what Mother Teresa would do if you didn't say thank you after she blessed you.
Can you imagine?
Or the Pope. What if the Pope came and said, bless you? Are you going to not say thank you to the Pope?
I mean, you're asking the wrong person because I always have a thankful heart. So I always thank people for everything.
Oh.
You made me my wrong drink. Thank you.
But it's like the person sneezes, right, in a store. So when you sneeze in a store, there's that moment of like, I just interrupted the entire area. Like I created a noise and everyone heard that noise and everyone may be looking, saying, who sneezed, or like I created this.
Especially in the world of COVID, everyone's looking like, who
Well,
sneezed?
that's true. That changed everything. But yeah, like you let out a sneeze, you interrupted the world. What happens is there's this person comes along and they're like, I'm going to take this journey with you. I'm going to come out and I'm going to interrupt.
I'm in the trenches with you.
Yes, I'm going to interrupt the world of shopping with you. And I'm going to say, bless you.
Yeah.
And in that moment, you're in it together.
Right.
But if the person doesn't say thank you, they're like, it's like they're handing you the bag. They're like, you take over. Everyone can look at you now as the weirdo.
They're handing you the bag?
Yeah, you're holding the bag.
What's in the bag?
Nothing. You get stuck holding the bag. Nothing's in the bag.
Is it a plastic bag?
Yeah, plastic bag, sure, whatever. Doesn't matter.
You know what was the worst was sneezing during COVID and you had a mask on. Because it was always like, do I sneeze into my mask or do I rip this off quick and then sneeze the germs out? And I never knew where to fall in that.
Yeah, I've had that happen. And I've chose wrong.
What did you do?
The first time it happened, I didn't know what to do. So I sneezed in the mask. and the whole thing was wet. And the mask, it's not like it holds the wetness inside. Like the wetness comes to the outside. So everyone either thinks I'm spitting in my mask or licking it or something. Like
You were out in public and it was just like wet around your mask?
Yes, fully wet. So I don't know what people were thinking.
How powerful are your sneezes?
And I don't know if they, like, I didn't know that it was wet on the outside until I took the mask off. So I went through the full day of shopping. And then I took the mask off and then I realized it was soaked on the outside.
Ew,
David. And the only thing I could think of was like, what did people think of me?
That is disgusting.
Well, the other option was I sneeze outside the mask and
Right.
everyone points at me like I'm a
leper.
Yeah, like I'm like the only human left in Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Yeah. They're like, that guy for sure has the plague. And you're
Right.
like, it's allergies.
Yeah. And coughing too, same thing. You let out people with allergies such as myself, you let out a little cough. Everyone looks at you.
Yeah.
And that one time I was on the elevator and I coughed a little bit and there's the woman, I could tell she just really didn't feel comfortable. And this is like a couple of weeks ago.
I said I was sorry.
No, this wasn't you. and she looked at me uncomfortable. I said, don't worry, I don't have COVID. That didn't help.
Wait, I was there. Remember that no one laughed.
Yeah, I know.
And it wasn't so funny.
I was trying to calm her fears. She looked very uncomfortable.
And then I just got out the elevator. There was a guy there too. And then when they got off, we started laughing, and I was like, that was uncomfortable.
Yeah. Another encounter I had on an elevator was one time, this was years ago. I got on the elevator, I was on like the 10th floor going down. Or no, I'm sorry, I'm getting the story wrong. I was getting on the elevator to go back up to the 10th floor. Oh. And the elevator doors open, and there are these two guys on the elevator. And, when you're on the bottom floor, you expect them to get off, but they didn't. They stayed on. Oh. So me and a friend of mine got on the elevator, and I looked at them after the elevator doors closed and I said, don't worry. I said, sometimes I like to go down before I go up too. And they didn't laugh either. They just looked at me. And it was a very awkward 8 floors before they got off.
8 floors?
Yeah, it was like 7 or 8 floors
so
up.
Long of silence.
Oh my gosh.
Did you laugh or did you just
My friend laughed and I smiled and held in my laugh. Because they were not
just
laughing.
Like stone-faced?
They were stone-faced, and I think they were mad at me.
Oh my gosh.
I apparently embarrassed them, I guess. I don't know.
Did you sneeze and they said, bless you, and you didn't say thank you? Maybe they were just harboring feelings about that.
Perhaps.
Yeah, that's probably what happened.
Yeah. But it was, I mean, I've had some awkward elevator moments.
You know what's the worst is when you're in the elevator and someone ripped one, and you're stuck in that box with them. That's the worst.
I know. Like it happens every time I'm on the elevator with you.
Yeah, you need to take some Beano.
No, I mean, I'm not talking about me.
Thank you for explaining that joke.
Let's get off this subject.
Yeah.
So.
Anyway, hey, Halloween is coming up. I don't know if you've checked a calendar recently.
Oh, yeah.
It comes after my birthday.
It makes sense that Halloween's coming, being that your birthday's right on the corner.
What do you mean by that?
What?
Yeah.
No, I just saying that your birthday being,
Spooky.
soon, Halloween, it kind of makes sense you'd be born around this time. That's all.
Because I was the angel that came before the spooky holiday.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what it was. So Monday's my birthday, and exactly 1 week after that, it is Halloween.
Okay.
You dressing up?
No. Nope.
Do you ever dress up?
I haven't dressed up in a long time.
When was the last time you dressed up?
I think I was like 12.
Really?
Yep.
That was like 50 years ago.
Wow. You're not good at math.
Carry the two.
No, you don't even try. Just stop trying.
What are your kids going to dress up as?
My daughter's going to be a witch.
Oh.
Yep.
The good witch? Like
No,
Linda?
she's an evil witch.
Oh.
Yeah, she's going to be evil probably. She likes Halloween.
Yeah.
She's going to be 3 soon, so.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
Are you
And
going to take her around trick-or-treating?
Colin, I don't know yet. Huh?
Oh, you going to take her around trick-or-treating, or you have like an event you're going to go to?
We'll take her around trick-or-treating. This
How
is her
much
first
is
one.
your... Oh, really? This is a big deal.
Because of COVID, we didn't take her out before.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so this is
Has she been practicing her trick-or-treat?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think it's not really hard. It's not like, man, we better get her started on this one.
I know, just so she knows what to do.
Well, she'll know what to do because we'll say that. We'll say trick or treat. She'll say trick or treat, and then they'll give her candy, and then she'll realize that's all she has to do.
Are you the kind of parent that when the kid goes to bed, you look through their bucket and grab what kind of candy you want?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's actually.
What's your favorite that you go for?
Twizzlers.
Wait, you're joking.
I love Twizzlers.
The licorice?
Yeah, the red licorice.
Oh, do you like pull-aparts?
Pull-aparts are okay. Regular Twizzlers better.
You really, out of all that candy, the chocolate, Sour Patch Kids, Starburst, you're going to go for the Twizzlers.
Yes. That's my candy. What's yours?
Probably the Twizzlers. Man, they're the best.
You don't want to tell me? Is it the sweet tarts? Is it the candy no one wants?
I love a pink Starburst for sure, and then peanut M&Ms or a Reese's. I love a Reese's.
Oh,
I normally go for more of the chocolate,
yeah.
and normally what's left in my bucket, the candy that tastes like rope, Twizzlers.
So you actually go trick or treating because you said my bucket. What do you dress up as?
I'm going as the best guy I know. His name's Dave.
Oh, wow. You're not going to get a lot of candy.
I was going to hit up your house first.
Oh.
What kind of candy budget do you set? Like, do you go out and get like $100 worth of candy to give out to the kids?
Yeah. So we usually spend, between $40 to $60 nowadays, it seems like.
So you spend 50?
Huh?
So you spend 50? You said
Well,
between
it depends.
40 and 60.
Like you buy those bags, it's buy one, get one, or whatever. I don't know. It just ends
Yeah,
up
Dave's
usually
shopping
somewhere
for
there.
a deal.
Yes.
Yeah, where's that candy
I'm
deal?
giving it away. I'm not getting the Rolls Royce of candy.
What is the Rolls Royce? That's hard to say.
Of candy?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was just saying.
Like Snickers or?
No, that's like that's cheaper stuff.
Oh, what about, like Dove chocolate?
Yeah, maybe.
That stuff is good.
Okay. Wow.
My mouth is salivating right now. Do you have any on you?
Dove chocolate?
Yeah.
Yeah, I carry it everywhere I go.
I thought so.
Just in case.
That's why we call you Dove Dave.
Right. That's who's we. You and your friends in your head?
Yeah. I wish I actually lived in a neighborhood that kids went trick-or-treating because I love handing out candy.
Well,
but
you could just go to neighborhoods and walk and follow the kids and then give them candy.
Yeah, that's probably not weird at all.
I tried that one year. It didn't go well. Yeah, they tend to scream a lot when you walk up and grab them on the shoulder and say, "Hey, you want some candy?" I have Twizzlers.
Yeah, I can imagine that wouldn't be taken well.
Yeah, and when they run away, you're like, "Well, I guess I don't like Twizzlers."
You're like, more Twizzlers for me.
Not a lot of kids like it, apparently, but
Not a lot of people like it, David.
well, I mean, I tried it on. I didn't try it on any parents, so I don't know. Maybe they would take.
What's the most Twizzlers you've ever ate in one sitting?
Don't even ask me that question. I bought recently. They had a deal, and I bought 2 bags for $3. The big bags, like the king size.
Oh,
yeah. I ate through almost a full king size in one day.
Your jaw must have been exhausted because that candy is very chewy. Hey, are you going to see that new Halloween movie that's going to come out?
Probably not. You know,
with like that. Who's the killer in it? Mike Myers or something?
Michael Myers, I think.
Yeah,
and Jamie Lee Curtis. So I thought the last one was the last one.
How many have there been?
I don't know. There's a lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I feel like the last one I thought maybe Jamie Lee Curtis, and I don't even think I like Jamie Lee Curtis. I think she's a good actress, but like I thought like maybe her character was going to die of old age in that one. And
wait, of old age?
Yeah, because how much longer can these people go?
As in Jamie Lee Curtis, the woman?
Yeah, like her character was going to die. Not her, as in like an actress. Like her character has been around for a while at this point and managed to survive him like a lot.
Is she in all the movies?
No, but she's been in a decent number now, I think.
Oh, and he's always targeting her?
Yeah. So in this new one, I thought, well, maybe he'll die of old age.
Oh, I mean, that could be. Are you going to see it and find out?
No.
Does he wear a mask or is his face just that ugly?
He wears a mask.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you ever see his real face when you see the movies?
I think they've knocked the mask
alert?
off a few times, and it's always like something with whatever, like maggots or who knows. They always throw something in it that's supposed to be nasty. I haven't seen all of them. I've only seen like a few.
Oh, so you're not a big fan?
Not of the Halloween. I'm more of a Nightmare on Elm Street kind of person.
What's that one?
Freddy Krueger.
Who's Freddy Krueger?
The world
Is that
has
the guy?
let
Oh,
you
that's
down.
the guy from the Addams Family.
No.
Oh,
The world has let you down.
wow.
Do you know what about Friday the 13th? Do you know that one? Who's the bad guy in that
That's
one?
a movie? The Black Cat.
Okay. Yeah.
Is it?
Well,
Is the Friday the 13th a real movie? I thought that was just like a thing that people are like, ooh, be afraid of Friday the 13th.
no. Friday the 13th is like a superstitious thing,
Yeah.
but there's also a movie called Friday the 13th.
Oh, who's in it?
What do you mean who's in it? There's a lot of them.
Oh, there was multiple?
You mean who's the bad guy?
Yeah.
Jason.
That's just his name?
Yeah.
Just one word like Madonna?
I don't remember his last
or
name.
Tom?
I don't remember the last name, but it's Jason. Is the bad guy.
Who's the actor who plays him? Do you know? Is it like
I'm
really
sure
famous?
it changes every single time.
How many have they been?
There's like 5, 6. I don't know.
Do people just not have ideas anymore?
Do you not watch any horror movies? Like, how do you not know about these?
I've seen Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, yeah. So
It's spooky.
You're like an expert.
Yeah. And then I tried watching that one called Coraline where the girl's eyes, it's like claymation. Have you seen that? The girl's eyes get replaced with buttons.
Have you seen any?
I got too scared, so I
What
turned
is
it
the
off.
scariest horror movie you've ever seen?
Hangman's Curse.
Wow.
It's a Christian film.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like the Pirates of the Caribbean or something.
Oh, no, but those are scary too. Especially that last one that came out.
You know what's sad is I know you're not kidding.
Yo, I'm not kidding. Oh, I saw one time when I was younger, This Present Darkness or The Ghost in the Darkness.
Have you
or
seen The
something.
Ring? That's a scary one.
Is that the one with the girl with long hair?
And like they watch a videotape and she comes after you.
Oh God.
Okay, you haven't seen that.
No. No, there was this
Event
one where
Horizon. Have you seen Event Horizon? That's a good scary
Event
movie.
Horizon?
Uh-huh.
I've never even heard of that.
Yeah. I'm noticing that you've heard of a lot of these.
I saw Winnie the Pooh's Spooky Adventure.
Oh.
That will give you
that's,
nightmares.
That's a top 10.
No, there was one movie. I don't know if it was actually horror or not, but it was like the bad guy was a lion and he was eating people in a village, and that was scary. It was called like Ghost in the Darkness or something.
I don't know.
Yeah, and I remember him grabbing this guy out of a tree, and I had nightmares.
I mean,
give me a top spooky movie, and I'll watch it.
I just gave you a couple. Watch Event Horizon.
Is that going to be really scary, David?
Well,
You look really happy right now.
I think it's a scary movie.
Okay, but
Well, not
what's
scary.
one
Like,
to ease me
yeah,
in?
I don't get scared. I get jump scared, but I don't get scared.
Yeah,
It's just
you're
fake.
all mad.
It's fake.
and you're just
Well, you know it's fake.
yeah, but
Event
do you ever
Horizon.
dream about it?
No.
See, I dream about things.
You should watch Event Horizon. That's a good one to start with.
Are you sure?
The Jason movies, they're not that scary. They're just like a guy running around hacking at people. Freddy Krueger's like a guy who gets in your dreams. And when I was like 12 or 13, I used to watch those, and he would come in my dreams. But
What if I just start with like the Addams Family?
That's not a horror movie.
Oh. What signifies a horror movie? Just a lot of people dying?
No, that it's scary. That's what it is. That's all it requires.
Death is scary to me.
Okay. Well, Event Horizon, that's your homework.
Okay, fine. Event Horizon. Let me write that down.
So, I didn't want to tell you this, but I recently started a website, a fan club.
Oh. For Bek and Dave?
No, yeah, sure. It's
You've been building our website?
Yeah.
That's been on your to-do list.
It's right now. I don't want you to get caught off guard, but right now it just says Dave's Fan Club. But it will one day, perhaps, probably not, say Bek and Dave's Fan Club. But yeah, and you know, the reason why I'm bringing it up is because I think I saw you catch me working on it the other day, and I'm a little worried that maybe you noticed.
I saw a tagline about like Dave's Only. So it's a Dave's Only fan club?
Yeah, it's like a take on OnlyFans, but it's Dave's OnlyFans.
Oh. So are you sending pictures to your fans?
No.
Do people have to pay for these memberships?
Yes. And right now, when you join, you pretty much, you just log in, and that's it.
Oh, are you putting this out to our listeners right now?
No.
I feel like we should have had a conversation before you brought this up.
You're right.
And we should change it to the Bek and Dave fan club.
Okay. We'll talk about it later.
Well, maybe we just agree right now that it's the Bek and Dave fan club.
We'll talk about it later.
Speaking of social media, though, everyone should follow us on all platforms. We are on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. And if enough people follow us, maybe Dave will make his own social media accounts.
We'll see.
We'll talk about that later. Everyone should look us up, though, and give us a follow. And then we're also available on, where are we available? Spotify, Amazon Music, subscribe.
All of those.
Thanks for that backup, Dave.
You're welcome.
You've been listening to You're Making This Difficult.
I'm Dave.
And I'm Bek. Tune in next week.